I watched Game of Thrones season 8 and here's my review. I don't even want to talk about this season, but since I'm giving a review for every single season, I think I have to do this. But still, let's start with the positives. Alright, let's start with the negatives. So, the first negative is the existence of this season itself. For example, you must have seen spin offs like movies and TV shows that act as a love letter to the earlier franchises. Well, if you consider season 8 like that, then this must be a diss track. And there's not a single character in this season that's enjoyable. And not even an enjoyable scene in this season, excluding probably the Brienne of Tarth's knightmanship. There's a lot of important scenes that are skipped in this season. For example, Arya Stark and Sansa Stark learning the fact that Jon Snow is actually a Targaryen. And there's a lot of plot holes and plot armor in this season. For example, Viserys or whatever the dragon is gets killed in the battle for shock value. Like literally for shock value. But at the end, when Drogon was sitting idle, nobody cared to put a spear on him. And this season ruined a lot of great characters. For example, Jaime saying he didn't even care about innocence at the first place. And the Battle of Winterfell, I think it's one of, if not the worst battle in the series. Like, it's too dark and you can't even see shit, and you see a bunch of extras moving on. Like, what? Are we in a Zack Snyder's movie? Not to mention, there's no choreographed fight in this season. And Daenerys' crash out at the end, it's one of the most unreasonable crash outs in the entire history. We just see a dragon pumping out fire, destroying buildings for like an hour. I also forgot the fact that Arya Stark died 3 to 4 times in this episode. And Jaime going back to Cersei doesn't even make any sense. He dumped her in the previous season. In the final episode, I don't even want to talk about it. And the point of Jon Snow being a Targaryen leads to nothing. And the council meeting at the end is super stupid. Like Tyrion asks who has a better story than Bran the Broken. I have 3 issues with it. And first, having a good story doesn't make a good king. Second, everybody is okay with Bran being the king. And third, Tyrion asks who has a better story than Bran the Broken. Like literally anybody on that council except him. I don't even want to talk about this season anymore, man. It's the worst Game of Thrones season and one of the worst seasons ever made. That's why I'm feeling a 19 out of 100.